late. So I wanted to share a quick testimony. As you know, I'm a spirit-led prophet, which means that I prophesy, see visions, and dreams. So I just got back from after hours. Basically, okay. So I felt led to go out, and I took an Uber, and the guy basically, I got him before. He was also Christian. So, like, when we exchanged numbers, I actually already had it saved, and I was like, oh my god, I met you before. So I go in, I'm like feeling a little bit sad for some reason. So I go in and I hear the Lord say, you're going to meet someone. There's someone you need to meet. So I'm like, okay, where's my lost sheep? Where's my person? And I hear, go to the middle of the dance floor. I go to the middle of the dance floor, and there's this guy, right? And he kind of grabs my arm and we dance a little bit. And then I was like, are you Christian? He's like, yeah. I was like, okay, cool. So I'm like, hey, I need to drink something. So, like, pineapple juice or whatever. So I get some pineapple juice. So suddenly I hear, like, God say, like, his mom died. So I'm like, hey, like, where's your mom at? And he's like, my mom died. I was like, why'd you ask? I was like, because God told me. And he starts crying. And we're literally, like, outside of after hours, which is like a dance thing. And then he, like, runs outside and starts crying. And I'm like, okay, I follow him. And I'm like, it's okay. And, like, hug him. And he's like, I don't get it. Like, why is God sending you to me? Like, I don't get it. Because, like, I prayed, like, for a wife. I prayed for either a black girl or Asian girl. So he's telling me all this. And he's crying. Like nobody understands him. No one's loved him and all this stuff. So I just, like, I tell him, like, look, you're not an orphan. Like, you're a child of God. God loves you very much. And so, like, he cries and all this stuff, and then, like, that's when I start to hear, like, go home, right? So the Lord is like, you need to go because there's someone you need to meet. I'm like, okay. Take the lift home, and the driver, he is also Catholic. He's Catholic, and then so we're talking, and I'm like, hey, like, I really need to get something to eat. I'm hungry. So we go through a drive-through, and so he tells me, like, I just got out of a relationship, like, 4 months ago, and we were there for, like, 7 years. And I was like, what? 7 is the number of completion, so it is a good thing. But I was just like, you're 25. Like, you've been in a 7-year relationship. Like, how is that even possible? Like, but I was like, okay, God, like, I get it. But, like, God, really? Like, I'm so used to, like, when I was younger, I literally, like, wanted to sleep at, like, 10 every night. Because I was kind of a control freak and I needed my 8 hours. Like, I would freak out if I didn't. But now it's like, how convenient, God. God sends me out at the weirdest hours of the night. And so I can't really be in control, right? But the thing is, when you have a lot of fear in your heart or sadness or whatever, and that thing is not released, sometimes you can't sleep, right? So then what divine appointments that God leads me to, a lot of it really is meant to open my heart. Because for some reason, I felt the sadness in my heart. Because what had happened was I went out for dinner with someone that I met for the second time, that I met on a dating app. But I felt a sadness in my heart because I felt like he wasn't it. He wasn't the one. And so I kind of felt like, God, what is the point of this? Like, I feel like if he's not the one, like, I got home just feeling a little bit sad. Like, and I was like, man, like, this feeling of, like, loneliness kind of set in. I was just like, what is the point of all this, right? And so, like, when God set me out again, and it's like the sadness tried to settle in, like, basically I felt that whoever I meet, their hearts reflect what I'm feeling. So that guy on the dance floor, he probably felt really sad and alone. And so after he cried and I hugged him, and, like, he hugged me, all of a sudden I felt that sadness leave me because I felt loved. And it was like really miraculous because he's like, this has never happened to me. I was like, yeah, it happens to me a lot. Like God will tell me like, I've met a lot of people after hours, but one time God told me, hey, there's someone you need to meet. So like I'll just like go and I could see immediately like who I'm supposed to talk to. So anyways, just wanted to share that testimony of following Jesus. And now I'm going to sleep. God bless you. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my blog. If you want to donate to this ministry, you could do so on my website. God bless. Hey Alex, how are you? Good night. Bye. Bye.